Get ready to witness the wildest showdowns between dogs and apex predators. Blink and you'll miss the wildest turns. In some towns, there's always that one fearless dog, the kind that barks crocodiles back into the water and becomes a neighborhood story. But legends end fast against a patient reptile. In this clip, courage crosses a line. The dog pushes too close to the edge and the croc doesn't blink. A single lunge, a splash, and the water turns silent. That's how quickly control flips sides.
Oh! No!
Still water lies. The dog strolls near the bank, relaxed, tail loose. No threat on the radar, but the crocodile is already there, inches below the surface, body still as a log. The ambush is textbook, one burst, jaws up, and the world narrows to teeth and panic. If you don't spot a croc first, you rarely get a second chance. Every so often, a miracle threat appears. The dog realizes the shape in the water a fraction too late, but just fast enough to bolt. A misstep from the croc, a perfect angle for the leap, and somehow the dog finds land before jaws close. In wild places, survival sometimes comes down to geometry, timing, and raw luck. People think the danger is only in the river. Not today. The crocodile commits to the shoreline, powering up like a living torpedo. One stride, two, and the dog's space collapses. The water is home turf for crocs, but a determined crocodile can own the bank too. If you see a full body rush, it's already late. A desperate scramble. Paws on a wall, claws searching for grip. The dog almost makes the height, almost finds the ridge, then slips. Gravity does the rest. The crocodile was waiting for that single mistake. It doesn't need more than one. The camera captures the moment the chase ends, and the pull into dark water begins. A cry from the pond. A retired man wades in without a second thought, prying open an alligator's jaws like a car jack. You can hear the urgency in his breath, the squeal of the puppy, the heavy splash of the gator. It's over in seconds, but those seconds are everything. The pup walks away. The story travels the world. Here the bulldog is out of his element. The crocodile has already dragged him waterside, and what follows is the slow, efficient process a crocodile was built for. Water muffles sound, steals traction, and amplifies the bite. For any dog, once you're pulled into the current, the fight changes from strength to physics, and physics wins. Sometimes there's no shout from the porch, no boots pounding over the dirt, no branch swinging at the water, just a crocodile, a shoreline, and a dog that misjudged the distance. You can feel the stillness around the moment. When help is too far away, the story ends where the ripples begin. Watch the posture. The croc holds near the shallows, patient like a shadow. The dog steps a half meter too close. The strike is instant, the chaos immediate. Owners yelling, reaching, banging for a reaction. Sometimes noise and motion can shock a croc into letting go, but you're playing chicken with a prehistoric predator. From the dog's view, it's just a swim. The surface seems clear, the far bank looks close, but crocs cruise below the glare, angling up like submarines. The attack here is clean, the outcome tragic. Water has rules dogs don't know, especially lakes where crocodiles own the blind spots. Every once in a while, chaos breaks the predator's focus. A shout, a splash, a push with a paddle, even a reckless dive. The owner in this clip arrives right at the buzzer, turning a fatal grab into a stumble. It's dangerous, it's desperate, and yet somehow, this time, it works. The man who filmed this says his dog was nearly taken by a crocodile. While they were playing fetch by the river, the dog went in after the ball and, luckily, scrambled out just before the croc could grab it. You can even spot a faint ripple angling toward the bank a split second behind him, the croc shadowing the shoreline. Since then, they only play fetch well back from the water and keep the leash on in croc country. Leopards are the night's soft footsteps. In Jalana, a dog hesitates, just enough for the cat to close the gap. The pickup is efficient, like a practiced routine. Dogs that outrun wolves sometimes freeze against a leopard's precision. In seconds, the road, the wall, the people vanish. It's just a cat and its carry. A pet dog is targeted on CCTV, but the script flips when a person steps into frame. The leopard aborts, melting into darkness. That's the leopard paradox. Bold enough to enter yards, cautious enough to vanish at the first complication. The dog lives because chaos broke the predator's rhythm. Cameras don't save dogs. They tell the truth later. The leopard grips, pivots, and drags the pet out like luggage. Watch the tail position, the head low, the back line steady. This isn't a chase anymore, it's transport. For leopards, a quiet exit is just good housekeeping. Here, a leopard has the dog and starts the drag. Then the owner bursts out. That sudden human shout breaks the spell. The cat releases, cutting its losses, and disappears. People often ask, why do some dogs survive? Timing, volume, and a predator that prefers certainty over struggle. Broad daylight, mountain town. The leopard doesn't care. It scoops the dog like a grocery bag and moves. Urban edges don't scare these cats. They see human clutter as cover, not threat. If you live where forests meet streets, the night doesn't end at your front step. The same cruel choreography. Approach, clamp, lift, retreat. The CCTV doesn't blink. It just records how practiced a leopard is at dog abductions. For pets, a gate isn't a wall. It's just something a cat clears on the way out. You can sense the dog's panic as it tries zigzags, fences, anything to buy seconds. The leopard stays like a shadow on its heels, calm and inevitable. Some hunts look dramatic. This one looks routine. That's the horror. How normal it seems for the cat. In the national park, the rules are the wilds alone. The leopard catches the dog. The outcome isn't in doubt. National parks are cat country. A dog is just an intruder wearing a bell we can hear, not a shield it can use. A Labrador outside a lodge, a commotion, a door opens just in time, and the leopard peels off. The owner later says the dog is fine. It's a reminder, a handle turning, a light flicking on. Small human details can rewrite an animal story in an instant. Different angle, same rule book. The dog tries to break line of sight, the leopard cuts corners. When a sprinter races a parkour athlete, the one who reads terrain wins. A leopard is geometry and fur. A pup is snatched. A bigger dog launches in response. For a few surreal seconds, the roles flip. Predator glancing back, dog with momentum. But leopard stash backups, speed, claws, vertical exits. Even when they yield, they rarely panic. The German Shepherd bristles, but the cat is already ghosting out of frame. Not every hunt ends in a grab. Some end the moment a leopard decides the camera, the angle, or the light isn't worth it. The dog survives because the cat didn't commit. A baby dog is no match. The leopard executes the drag with no wasted movement, ignoring background noise. In areas bordering forests, pups may trigger a go light for urban leopards. Small, isolated, and easy to carry. If there's a scene that defines leopard opportunism, it's this. A dog asleep, oblivious. The cat lifts and leaves like a cat burglar with a prize. For viewers, it's shocking. For the leopard, it's efficient. Another CCTV view, another terminal drag. It's uncomfortable to watch because it's precise. We're learning the pattern, and patterns in predation are what make leopards so hard to stop. Think indoors is safe. The leopard glides into a structure anyway, then exits carrying a dog. That's the boundary lesson. Doors for us are thresholds. For leopards, they're just gaps. Raw emotion floods the scene. Shouts, disbelief, the heavy reality of a powerful cat. The dog is dead, and the leopard drags the body with workmanlike calm. Documenting is all bystanders can do. Watch the jump, smooth, confident, barely a pause. The leopard doesn't just clear the barrier, it treats it like a training prop. A pet dog behind a fence is only safe until a cat decides it isn't. The dog throws everything it has. Growls, lunges, a full body shove. Admirable heart, impossible math. The leopard reads the energy, counters, and the dog's world dims. Streetlight, house wall, sudden shadows, then impact. The attack is fast and final. People watching later will ask why there? Predators ask why not there? A lone leopard meets a small pack of dogs and a human presence. This time, odds and noise push the cat away. Not all victories are dramatic. Some are the predator concluding, not worth it. A car turns, light blooms, and the leopard breaks off. The dog lives because technology, two bright beams, cuts through the stealth that normally wins the night. A leopard enters to hunt. The dog bolts, but the cat finds another target and leaves with it. In human neighborhoods that hug forests, the border isn't a line on a map, it's a suggestion cats ignore. The CCTV shows the drag by the neck, clinical, forceful. Villages living near wild corridors know the drill. Close doors, keep pets inside at night, and hope the cat prefers deer. One of the eeriest grabs, a sleeping dog pulled from under floorboards. For a leopard, tight spaces are opportunities, not obstacles. The bear commits to the chase. The dog's options shrink with each stride. Unlike cats, bears don't finesse. They overwhelm. Once that bulk locks in, even a tough dog runs out of energy first. A bold dog rushes a bear like it's another dog. It isn't. The counter is brutal, fast swats, heavy body, instant reversal. You can almost feel the moment the dog realizes size really is a weapon. An owner steps in with nothing but a stick and adrenaline. It's chaotic, risky, and somehow enough to confuse the bear long enough to pull the dog away. Human presence isn't a guarantee, but sometimes it's the only card left. A bear noses into a home searching for food, then sights the dogs. The owner charges heart and throat and forces the intruder back outside. It's a narrow save, proof that courage and noise can punch above their weight. Bear and dog sprint, and for a breath, it looks catastrophic. Then, unpredictably, the bear veers off. Maybe the angle changed. Maybe the dog's counterbark told the bear, not worth a bite. Either way, 2 lives carry on because the bear changed its mind. A large bear charges. The owner refuses to freeze. They throw sound, motion, and anything they can grab into the equation. The bear peels away. Sometimes survival is about convincing a giant that you're louder trouble than the calories are worth. The dog bluffs, the bear measures. There's tension in the space between them. 2 animals reading each other's will. The bear finally decides against escalation. It's not victory so much as relief. The dog looks lost when the bear appears. Then the owner arrives and the chemistry changes. The bear retreats. The dog finds its spine, and suddenly the backyard belongs to them again. Emotion is contagious, so is courage. Different rules at the top of the world. A polar bear is pure predatory focus with an endless engine. A dog here is prey on a white field. You can feel the dread in every frame. A bear splashes toward a dog, and it's a heartbeat from disaster. Then luck favors the small. A stumble, a shout, a perfect escape line. The lake returns to calm as if nothing happened. A husky strays far too close to a polar bear and gets a lesson no dog should learn. The white giant is not a cuddly curiosity, it's a hunter. Regret arrives too late. A huge wolf pushes at a perimeter while a dog tries to hold posture. The power difference is obvious even through the screen. The dog's only hope is distance and sturdy hardware. This is the clip that hurts to watch. A chained dog has courage, but no mobility. The wolf exploits the anchor, closes, and finishes. If there's one lesson here, it's simple. Never leave a dog tethered where wild predators roam. Two guard dogs versus multiple wolves. The pack flows like water. One draws attention, others flank. Within moments, snowball into inevitability. Wolves don't just bite, they coordinate. Rural ground, low light, and a fast strike. The wolves move in concert and the dog can't find an opening to escape. By the time sound brings humans running, the damage is done. One dog rushes back into danger for another. It's raw loyalty and a tragic miscalculation against a wolf's speed and jaws. The screen fades with a feeling we all recognize. The cost of courage can be unbearable. German Shepherds are strong, but deep snow is a traitor. Wolves glide where dogs flounder. Once the pack establishes control and powder, weight and stamina tilt the board. People think walls create safety. Wolves see gaps, routines, and timing. A late night incursion shows how quickly a yard becomes a trap for the dog who lives there. This final clip returns to the image that started so many of these stories. The drag, the dog fights, then tires. The wolves do not. In the silence after the scene, all you hear are your own questions about leashes, about lights, about what could have been done. One dog facing a rotating ring of wolves. The Kangal plants his feet, keeps his weight back, and throws short bluff charges that snap the circle open before it closes. He never chases far, just enough to reset their comfort distance. Then he squares up again. The wolves probe from angles, but there's no clean flank and no panic to exploit. After a few failed tests, you can see the calculus change. Too much risk for too little certainty. The pack fades, and the Kangal holds the line without wasting breath. A loose semicircle presses in on a lone dog that refuses to yield ground. He shrinks the arena to a tight pivot around his own body, shoulders angled to block side entries. The bark cadence stays steady, alert, not frantic, which tells the wolves he's thinking, not breaking. Twice they feint together, twice he steps forward half a stride and steals the initiative back. Hunger shows in their posture, but uncertainty rules the decision. With no clean entry and human scent nearby, they disengage. The dog wins by being hard to solve, not by charging blindly. This is the flip side. The dog chooses to fight in open space, and the wolves switch from testing to teamwork. One draws attention head on, a second clips the blind side high, and a third bumps the hips to topple balance. It looks chaotic, it isn't. It's winter-learned choreography, brief, brutal, efficient. The dog lands a counter or two but can't create separation, and seconds later, the outcome is set. The hard lesson, courage without geometry and numbers on your side is just expensive bravery. Snowfield in Abruzzo, a golden dog pinned between barbed wire and wolves holding high ground. Terrain becomes the silent ally of the pack. Deep snow saps acceleration, the fence shortens turns, and every pivot telegraphs early. For long minutes, it's all mind games and micro advances until a tiny misstep opens a sliver between wire tension and a wolf's shadow. The dog threads that gap, a burst, a spray of powder, and suddenly, the pack loses the angle that made them certain. It's survival by geometry, not force. Two Kangals posture hard behind a sturdy enclosure, while wolves pace the perimeter. The fence doesn't just block teeth, it kills the wolves' favorite play: flank, rotate, overwhelm, and buys time for humans, lights, and noise. The The dogs project pressure without overextending, resetting after each lunge. You can almost watch interest drain from the pack as the cost-benefit tilts the wrong way. They leave empty-handed, the kind of quiet win most real homes need. Good design, calm dogs, and no heroics. The Cougar enters like a moving shadow. Low shoulders, tail steady, eyes locked. One clean burst and it's on the dog with a textbook neck hold. Forepaws pin the shoulders, weight drops through the spine, and the bite lands high where struggling costs the most air. You can almost feel the dog's options collapse in a single second. There's no time to posture or bark for help. Cougars don't drag loudly like big leopards. They smother fast, then reposition on open ground with no human interruption. That first grip decides the outcome 9 times out of 10. It's a brutal reminder that a solitary big cat doesn't brawl, it solves a problem. For viewers in cat country, the lesson is simple. Dusk and dawn are hunting hours, and an unfenced yard is a wide open math problem your dog can't solve. Here the surprise isn't the attack, it's the response. A small dog explodes into sharp forward bursts and weaponizes noise. Rapid fire barks, quick snaps, then immediate resets to stay just out of a full body tackle. That jittery rhythm injects uncertainty into the Cougar's calculation. Predators like clean angles, not chaos. Watch the ears and shoulder line. The cat goes tall, losing the low committed silhouette, and that's the moment the spell breaks. The dog didn't overwhelm the cat, it fractured the pattern long enough to make the risk feel expensive. Micro tip buried in this scene. Movement that's compact and unpredictable is harder to clamp than panicked straight line sprints. The win is messy and the dog is lucky, but luck tends to visit the brave that keep their feet under them. This clip adds the one variable Cougars dislike: human pressure at close range. The cat secures the dog, but the owner charges in loud, occupying space with the stick. Swinging wide to create a perimeter the Cougar doesn't want to cross. He doesn't chase the cat into a lunge. He crowds it just enough to force a release, then keeps the gap so the dog can disengage. You can see the cat's conflict, hold the prize and risk injury, or drop and live to hunt another minute. It chooses the second option, as most big cats do when the cost-benefit flips. Practical takeaways: lights on, voice up, tool in hand, stick, shovel, even a sturdy umbrella. And never give your back while retreating. Sidestep out between the cat and your dog if you can do it safely. It's risky, yes, but in this case, timing plus noise equals a life saved. A calm nighttime stroll turns into an ambush. On security footage, a mountain lion ghosts in low, shoulders flat, tail steady, while the bulldog walks relaxed, head down, no clue a cat is tracking the edge of the frame. The pounce is fast and quiet, a drive to the neck / shoulder, forepaws pinning for leverage. Bulldogs have grit and a low center of gravity, but that short muzzle makes airflow a problem once pressure lands high. You'll see a twist and a shove, instinct buying seconds. Yet in scenes like this, survival often hinges on immediate human interruption. Lights, loud voice, something in the hand to break the grip. Here's hoping the owner heard the scuffle in time and the bulldog got out with bruises, not worse. edge of ledge pressure. A cougar commits hard on uneven rock, trying to use gravity and surprise to bully the angle. The Dogo Argentino answers with exactly what this breed is built for. Forward drive, neck and shoulder bracing, and zero panic. You can see the dog keep its hind feet searching for bite on the slope, then surge just enough to break the cat's leverage without overextending into a slip. For a few tense seconds, it's all balance, not bite. The one who owns footing owns the moment. The cougar tests, reassesses, and chooses the safer path out. Most important, the dogo holds, resets, and walks away in one piece. Under a hazy streetlight, a handful of strays spread into a loose crescent while a cougar settles low, shoulders tucked, eyes fixed. The dogs throw noise and quick feints to look bigger, but none dares take the inside line. Each time the cat inches forward, the boldest dog yields half a step and the rest echo him. It's not fear so much as math. Big cats avoid wasted energy. Packs avoid claws they can't control. After a long taut pause, the cougar reads the numbers. Multiple dogs, hard asphalt, human scent nearby, and chooses out. The strays explode in victory barks, but truthfully, luck and caution saved them. Keep alley lights on and secure food waste so cougars don't linger. Break standoffs with loud distant noise or lights. Don't close the gap. One committed pounce can shatter a pack. Distance and deterrence win.
Did you enjoy this video? Please let us know in the comments section down below. And don't forget to leave us a like and subscribe to the channel while you're at it. And please, turn on your notifications bell to get notified when we upload a new video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.